everybody, I'm Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard, and with me is Doug-a-lious. Welcome to another episode of Raiders of the Lost Comic Book Movie. If you haven't seen one of these, over my years of comic book collecting, I've come across a lot of forgotten comic book movies that are just awful. And so we watch them and talk about them. Unfortunately. So we could also rename this, I Make Doug Watch a Shitty Movie.
That's what happens every time.
So today we are talking about the classic 1977 movie, Spider-Man. So before we get into it, the plot of this is a villain known as the Hypnotist, I believe is all they really called him.
Well, they called him the Extortionist.
They did call him the
Throughout
Extortionist.
the entire film, he was the Extortionist.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember that being a character.
No,
an actual character.
Or the Hypnotist.
Or the Hypnotist, yeah, obviously.
So, he, extorted the city. He wants $50 million or 10 people will kill themselves.
Yeah.
And he can, control people's minds with a little pin that he puts on them. And that's pretty much the plot of this.
Yeah.
So it was meant to be a pilot, well, it was the pilot for the 1977 show that ran for 14 episodes, roughly. Starring, was it Mark Hammond? Something Hammond?
Michael Hammond.
Michael Hammond, some shit.
I don't know. Yeah, Michael Hammond. I don't know. Yeah. Who, by the way, Peter Parker is supposed to be some high school kid, you know. Mm-hmm. This dude's 40 years old.
Yeah, he looks 40, and they say he's a grad student, so he's got to be, we looked it up, it's about 33 years old for being a grad student.
Yeah, according to Google, the average grad student age is 33.
So they're not even hiding the fact that he's old as shit in this.
Yeah.
He's just old. And he still lives with Aunt May at 33. So what a fucking loser.
Yeah, and Aunt May looks like one of the Golden Girls. And even is a little spry like that too. She's she's not Aunt May-ish.
Right.
All feeble and Yeah. And there's no Uncle Ben.
There's no mention of that at all.
There's no Uncle Ben. There's no Spider-Man, his seeks revenge. His first criminal is the guy who kills Uncle Ben. That didn't happen at all. None of that.
In this one, the first criminal he catches is
the first caramel he catches.
The first caramel he catches. The first criminal he catches, he was just testing his wall crawling abilities, and he sees a purse snatcher and he just yells at him.
Hey!
And he's just the dude just watches, is just looking at him.
The dude's just so befuddled that there's a man on a wall climbing down, and that the cops catch up to him and catch him.
Stop him! Help! Stop him! Help! Stop him!
Hey, you! Hold it! Hold it!
Yeah.
And then everyone's there was a man crawling down the roof or the side of the building, and no one's no. Well, what'd they say? He was coming down the side of the building.
Yeah, he was coming down the side. Which in the 70s, seeing a man coming on the side of a building in New York, that can't be that weird.
At least he wasn't trying to write his name in it or anything.
No, we took this blue really quick. All right.
Oh, man.
So we get his origin of being bit by a spider. But again, we've had 3 origins of Spider-Man, including this one. None of them get it right.
Yeah.
It doesn't get blasted with nuclear rays. He's just in this weird box with this goo that they're pouring. So I guess it's the closest to being radiated, I guess, but...
Well, because the Tobey Maguire one, he got Tobey...
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He got bit, but it was a genetically engineered spider.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
And same with the Amazing Spider-Man one. They were genetically engineered to make super strong webbing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, and then the webbing.
Yeah.
The webbing.
So he doesn't have organic web shooters, thankfully.
Yeah.
But they're fucking rope.
Yeah, so there's two different webs. You have white rope, like you would tie a mattress to the top of your car with.
Which they use the same fucking shot every time.
The same scene. He shoots it to the same, like flagpole, gargoyle, I don't remember what it was.
It's a flagpole.
Yeah, it was like they reused the same scene. And then the other webbing, the one that he uses like to catch villains, is like your cheap Halloween store like spider web that you put along the house. Like
he just like covers them.
It's like cotton that's like been pulled apart. Like, and he shoots it and it spirals out and then just like falls on them. But it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, they don't even like pretend it sticks them because 2 minutes later they're still chasing.
They're
them.
like mildly annoyed.
Yeah. We related it to the fucking cellophane S from Superman 2, where it's like, oh, that stopped you.
Yeah. If you ever watch it, like, make sure to just fast forward it to that part, like that one fight scene.
Yeah,
like he fights like 3 guys, like I don't know, they're 3 Asian dudes.
Yeah, it was the 70s, so you had to have a kung fu moment at some point.
Yeah.
So there's 3
they're wearing
random
like,
Asian guys,
karate gis, but they fight with like kendo sticks, like.
Right.
I've been hit with a kendo stick. It doesn't kill you. It hurts. Like it stings.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna bludgeon someone to death very easily with a kendo stick.
It had the most realistic ever, where the
Kendo
dude's on the ground and he hits him in the ankle.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, yeah, like you would just hop around for a bit, like God. Damn,
and that's what
stings.
he did. He's just like, oh, and he's like, bruised you.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna feel that in the morning. But that's the only time I'm gonna feel it. Yeah.
But yeah, that fight scene, almost like the movie's pretty boring, but it's got like it's an hour in, and it's got this glorious, I don't know, it's like 15-minute fight scene roughly, maybe less.
I lost track of time. I'd like time travel through that whole movie.
But it's got this glorious one fight scene that is the best. It's got all the really cheap-looking wall crawling, the really bad choreography.
Yeah.
Both the cheap-looking webs. Like, it's everything in that one fight scene. And we're just having a fucking blast laughing at that scene.
So then, like, the next time he fights the 3 guys, like, they go from kendo sticks to flamethrowers. Like,
yeah.
Like, he jumps off the roof and they're, like, shooting flamethrowers at him. And somehow he like hurts his abdomen or his arm. No, he hurts his arm because he's got it in a sling, but he's still using it like an average person, you know.
Yeah, he has it in a sling while he's working in a lab, and then he reaches for a phone.
Yeah, he's oh wait, I better call somebody.
And then when
it's still in the sling.
And then when he leaves, he just takes the sling off. Like, I'm just done.
Yeah, like I understand like Spider-Man heals a little faster, but
they didn't explain that in the movie.
Like
though.
they didn't. Well, they also didn't explain how he hurt his arm.
Yeah, that too.
Due to not getting hurt by a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Like that was way out of reach. But yeah, they like chase him out to the roof with the kendo sticks, and then just like pick up flamethrowers.
Yep.
Like they planted them on the roof, and they don't even look like flamethrowers, like fishing poles.
Yeah.
With like a little bulb, like that's your accelerant, like. Yeah, I didn't get that part, but it was kind of funny.
He meets those guys, the same 3 guys 3 times. The 3rd time is at the final battle, quotes, and they're just like, and he's like, "I stopped your plan," and so they're just like, "Okay, cool," and they just let him go by.
I reversed the microwaves, so now you're not hypnotized anymore.
Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, okay, well here, come on by."
Okay, fellas, enough's enough. Now I reversed the microwaves, so. Let's be buddies, all right?
So yeah, the climax is they have to drop off the $50 million to a seaplane in whichever harbors are in New York. The East River. Let's just call it the East River.
Hudson. We'll say the Hudson.
The Hudson.
I don't know. We'll say that. Hudson.
And all the cops do is they show up and just arrest the guys that were waiting for the
Yeah,
ransom.
they're like waiting for him on like like one of those boat planes, and they're like, "The city's out of money. You're under arrest." Like,
And then,
what the fuck? What do you think was gonna happen?
right?
Did you gonna like pull an Indiana Jones and like start your plane right away, and like spin the props and then start like getting ready to take off while they're trying to board your like plane? Like, what the fuck do you think was gonna happen? I don't even think they had guns.
No, the villain. No,
They didn't even say like drop your weapons.
No, they're just
nothing.
like,
Like
"You're
they
under
were just
arrest."
like, oh, that sucks.
And then so after they get arrested, Spider-Man goes to stop the hypnotist, and all he does is knock over fucking some satellite dishes.
So the pin that he wears, because he's been hypnotized too.
That's true.
He
yeah.
like put himself in the game to try and figure it all out, which he did, and then like his trigger went off, like KGB sent him like a phone call or something, and he becomes hypnotized, So then like he's about to jump off the Empire State Building, and one of those like suicide control like fences like knocks his pin off.
Yep.
So it's like just by if he was moved over 1 inch, he would have died, and the whole plan would have worked.
I suppose.
It's like 1 inch.
Well, the cops would have still just arrested the guys, and just 10 people would have killed themselves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have Plan A and Plan B. Plan A is like, Plan A is what you want. He wants his 50 million. Plan B, 10 people kill themselves. Maybe they'll take him seriously next time.
That's true.
Plan C was Spider-Man had some dumb luck and actually solved the mystery by not killing himself.
But yeah, so after he doesn't kill himself, he knows where the dude is apparently now. And yeah, he just knocks over some satellite dishes, which then reverses the hypnotism,
Somehow.
so the hypnotist gets hypnotized.
The microwaves that go out of the satellites that hypnotizes people, somehow, when it gets knocked over, reverses backfeeds through the panels, or through the cabling to the panels,
To the
and
fucking-
somehow amplifies to him through a flat control panel.
Through a 1970s computer.
Yeah, that's
panel.
like, I swear to God, like, when it shows that scene, it's just beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, 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 like some Willy Wonka sort of
Yeah.
scene, Like,
Oh shit. So yeah, the final fucking battle is just him knocking over a tower.
yeah, with shitty webbing. Like, you could tell it was like a toy, like some Legos or something, and he's like, shoots his web, and and then it grabs it and then pulls it down, but you could tell, like, it was like some, I don't know, scale model that some like Athern or Walther's made or something
Right.
like that. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So yeah, that was that. What else we got? Oh, so the wall crawling fucking scenes are just the guy crawling on it's like a blue screen or green screen, whatever they had at the time.
Well, there's two of them.
Yeah,
Because you have the green screen, the blue, whatever your screen one.
and he crawls on it, but it doesn't like he'll crawl from like the side of a house to the roof, but just walk straight. Like
Yeah,
there's no
like coming up and over it or anything. Like he just like
it's super fake looking. Like
Yeah.
like. You're just crawling on a matte screen. A matte screen.
yeah.
And like yeah, he's just crawling on the screen and fucking
Or like the gutter. Like he's crawling down this gutter,
Yeah.
but his hands are flat, So it looks like this, but the gutter's like he's obviously not grabbing it,
Yeah.
He's just flat.
like Batman had better fucking
was terrible.
wall crawling scenes.
And then the second kind is like where he's crawling up the wall, but you can tell he's hanging from a rope.
yeah,
So he's like,
just like barely touching the wall.
yeah. Like nothing's planted straight on the wall.
Yeah.
Like he's just skimming it. Like if you put a cat up to the wall or the ceiling, and they're like, "Oh shit,"
But one thing with the wall crawling, I'll give him credit for, just for the time, is there's some a couple GoPro shots, from Spider-Man's point of view wall crawling.
Yeah.
And just knowing the 70s technology, that was probably a bit of a hard shot to pull
That's
off. So
yeah, that would.
I'll give
I don't
him
know,
that one.
Hanging like a 32-inch TV from your shoulder, or mounting, mounting a huge camera on your shoulder that probably weighs 80 pounds.
And knowing the 70s, they probably just duct taped it to him.
Probably, yeah.
Go for it.
Put some football pads on and duct taped it to it, and yeah. Here, we're gonna hang you from this wall with this, I don't know. I'm sure cameras were expensive back then, but yeah, it was.
I'll give him that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, the soundtrack. So the soundtrack is uber 70s, like any cop show.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Book of Dano. Yeah. It's so people our age that could relate to that is Vigilante 8.
Yeah.
Every part of Vigilante 8, the soundtrack in the game, that's the entire film. Entire thing.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. And if you don't know what Vigilante 8 is, you had your face in too many books and didn't actually play any video game.
Alright, what else do we got? Oh!
Fight scenes.
We talked about the good one.
The sped up one?
Well, that's part of the same good one.
We didn't talk about it, though. They sped up, the fight scenes.
Yeah.
So they actually looked kind of super Spidey. But no, they were just sped up. I'm surprised you didn't see some leaves moving in the background, like super quick,
So there's a dude we're pretty sure is John Cheadle in this movie. He
Oh,
plays
yeah.
Robbie.
He must have found the fountain of
Right?
youth,
And it's not the way he moves and everything he says, it sounds like Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
About that bank robbery, read this. It just came by special messenger. It's going out to every newspaper, radio, and television station in town. Say, Peter, turn on the television set, will you?
It's in this movie.
He's arguing with Jameson, and he calls him JJ. The scene each sounds just like Don.
Yeah.
You could imagine the same scene in what was that, Ocean's 11 or whatever.
Or Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah. Any movie Don Cheadle's in where he's
Yeah.
arguing with somebody. No, it wasn't Ocean's 11. That wasn't. Who was?
I thought he's in one of the Oceans.
That was one of them. It was the one with the van. Or the van.
I don't care for the Oceans.
He has the
movies.
ESP bomb in the van. I don't know. Anyway.
Anyways, what else we got? Got the
You
40-year-old
shitty utility belt. When the fuck did Spider-Man get a utility belt?
Yeah, at the end he has a utility belt that's not used. It's just all
Yeah,
of a
he
sudden
doesn't use it.
appears. He has this utility belt.
I mean, I thought maybe in the cartoon, didn't he keep
He
wedding
kept extra,
cartridges?
yeah, but it was under his costume. In the cartoon,
I mean, it
he
wasn't
could
like a
lift up-
full-on utility belt,
Yeah,
but I mean, he
yeah,
still
he'd
had
keep
something.
cartridges and stuff,
He still had something though, but
and he'd keep his little web trackers in there, his spider trackers.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But it was under his shirt, and in this one he doesn't even use it. It's just all of a sudden he
Yeah.
has a silver belt.
yeah, they just added into his costume in the last scene. So, yeah,
Is that everything?
yeah, that was about it.
So,
Anything
yeah.
good.
So, that being that it's the first show, would you have watched more of these, Doug? Being that Spider-Man's your favorite dude?
No,
Still no?
no, still
Oh, the costume. We almost forgot to talk about the costume. So the costume is super cheap. It looks like when you get off the rack at fucking Spirit. I think they bought all the props from Spirit.
What, did
I
they
don't know
have
if
it back
Spirit
then?
exists.
I don't think it existed back then,
But yeah, it totally looks like Doug when he wore a Spider-Man costume.
yeah, we for 3 Halloweens we worked at Target, and I bought a Spider-Man costume, the extra large children's one, and I wore that for 3 years, and it looks exactly like it looks exactly like my costume. It's super shiny, cheap material that is costumes made in China or somewhere.
Yep.
Or Taiwan. Sorry, Taiwan. And yeah, it was And it was funny though, because like I had dreadlocks and they stuck out the back because I tie them back to fit the mask on, and they stuck out the back. But yeah, it's the same costume.
Yeah, it's the same fucking costume. So yeah, super cheap costume. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I
There
think
we go.
so.
All right, so yeah, the fight scene in the middle is amazing and it's hilarious and great, but the rest of it's very meandering. It takes 30 minutes to even see a Spider-Man costume. Takes another 10 minutes after that till he actually saves a guy.
No, it was like 40 minutes until he actually saved somebody.
Yeah, 30 minutes to see the
Oh,
costume,
okay,
then
got it.
10 more
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
to
Sorry.
math, Doug.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend this even as a good, so good it's bad.
I don't think I've recommended any of these.
We'll come across one of them.
Someday.
One day. But that one fight scene is worth checking out for some great just 70s cheese. But beyond that, the rest of the movie is very meandering.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on. Yeah. So yeah, that's Spider-Man 1977.
That's about it.
Join us next time as I make Doug watch another really shitty
It's
movie.
another shitty movie that I have to... And I have to pick it out, too. So I can only blame myself.
Alright.